A senior developer in Hugging Face just solved a major problem that is with open source models. Normally, when you run an open source model in your local machine or any on virtual private servers, there's a major issue because when you run your open source model, it only has access to that data which it is trained on. For example, the more parameters it has, for example, people who know it, they may already know that the more parameters they have, for example 4 billion parameters, and the more amount of information they have, the better the model is. So Gemma 4 and whatever the models are, they only have access to the pre-built information that they already have. And that is a major issue with open source models. But now you can run Gemma 4, which is a model, open source model by Google, on your web browser. So the advantage of this is that now it can actually get information from your web, and then that Gemma 4 can run locally and summarize that data and give it to you, which solves a major issue with open source models. Now in this video, we are not going to just talk about the perks of having this Gemma 4 on your browser. We are also going to run it locally on our laptop. We are going to see what advantages it had, what are the disadvantages it has, and I'm going to give you an honest review that if you should opt it or you shouldn't do it. So without wasting any time, let's jump back to a screen. Okay, guys, so we are here. So I'll just quickly show you, here is the web Chrome extension. The link will obviously be there below. So this basically runs locally on your computer, and let me just install it pretty quickly, right? Okay, guys, so it is finally installed, and then let's access it by going here and then here. Okay, guys, so we are back on the screen. अभी install हो चुका है, and then let's just go to some random, uh, maybe let's go to economic times, for example. But before that, let's just send it hi. I'm pretty sure it's actually running on my browser. So browser पे load पड़ना चाहिए rather than on my machine. Okay, so it's actually using. Okay, let's see. Well, one of the disadvantages that we have actually found, and let me just write it rather than. Okay, so I think you can pretty much see this. When I'm trying to open a browser, the typing speed, everything has just gone very slow. So like this is a very big issue. So let me just 1 second remove this on previous videos. Okay, so सबसे पहला कौन is slow, like browser speed is very slow. Browser speed is very slow. And then coming on, okay, let's see if this okay. It has okay, it's using JavaScript as of now. Okay, so here we have gone to the tools it can actually apply. So select which tools your agent can use. Changes will reset. So let's just say isko suppose I'm using another account. Let's just give it all the okay. Ask website, find history, and सब दे देते हैं, okay. Okay. So slash clear से क्या होगा तुम्हारे past conversations clear हो जाएंगे. So let me just try this by saying with 1 second. Let me just see it. Okay, so definitely हम लोग का मतलब local machine use नहीं कर रहे हैं. This is running something else. You can see अभी कुछ चल नहीं रहा फिर भी GPU अभी इतना use हो रहा है. So it's definitely not using a local machine's hardware. It's actually running on your browser, जिसके वजह से browser का speed is actually slow. अभी चल रहा है तो हम लोग देख सकते हैं. Let me just say summarize this web page. Now when it's loading. Okay. It has started to get slow actually. Well, let's see. I mean, the better way would be most of you actually, guys, now you have this Gemini Pro subscription for a year. And Gemini Pro running it locally, it is actually much better. So, okay. I guess I don't have subscription, so it won't run. Okay. So this is actually, much faster, but it's slowly done for none of them. I don't know if you can say it or not, but my browser का जो speed होता है, it has become very very slow right now. देखो मैंने अभी इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स कब का दबा दिया है, बट इट्स टफ, द वेब पेज टफ. So guys, the major con is browser speed is very slow. And then अभी जो ये model use कर रहा है, it's not that great, but obviously it should be a lighter model so it could run on my browser. But I'm not able to move my mouse right now, and I don't know why have they released it. I mean, they should have at least given an option कि भाई we can run it on our local machine so that like खुद का hardware use हो रहा है so that ज़्यादा load ना पड़े browser पे. उससे अच्छा browser का like browser का access दे सकते. That would have been much better. But okay, this is definitely slow. Okay, Economic Times website खुल गया finally. Let me just say summarize this website. Very very slow. We just you saw me typing and it's loading very very slow. And I don't know is the message sent or not. Let me just write it again. Send. Okay. So guys, I mean it's pretty clear, the overall review of this. I mean I could have gone ahead and told you all the pros, कि why it gives you privacy. It's actually better for people who want privacy because it is running on your local like browser and information कहीं बाहर नहीं जा रहा. But I mean nowadays AI just knows you inside out because I don't think you need that much privacy. But coming on to this part, it won't work on your normal browser. As you can see, like एक simple सा summarize this website send ही नहीं हो पा रहा है. Leave alone कि summarize करे इस पूरे website को. Very, very slow. I mean, people can try it out. I'll just give you the link of this extension. You can download it, try it out. There's no harm in trying it out, but this is like just not working. And rather than this, you could pay the AI subscription ले लो, or else अभी के time पे तो ज़्यादातर AI free में ही मिल रहे हैं because they are in the testing phase. So absolute trash. The whole summary of this video is that don't try. I mean, try this, but at last the point is that this wouldn't work and this is absolute trash. So that is it. It's not necessary कि भाई जो तुम लोग देख रहे हो, if something is released by some major corporation is actually good. I mean, there are a lot of new things that are coming that are actually better. So, but this is absolute trash. So, if you want me to try something else, because I don't have that much of hardware, I just have RTX 3050, which I used to run most of my, daily tasks. So, you can see actually LM Studio background में run कर रहा है तो उसके वजह से NVIDIA, that it is actually being used. But other than that, I guess the review is over. And, to summarize the review, here it is. I'll just remove it.